Hi, my name's Ruth and welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ruth and I'm a singer and a writer based in Hull. I do Instagram and Facebook a lot, so you can find out what I'm about on there. Before the pandemic, I was gigging with a guitarist in a duo called The Cat's Groove. We've got a Facebook page and there's lots and lots of videos on YouTube and on Instagram of us doing covers and lots of original material that we love, and it's mostly soul, blues, jazz-ish types of tunes that we love, so that's what we cover and that's what we write. I am also a alto in a gospel choir called G Choir. We're based in Hull and we recruit from all areas around and about, and we made it to the Gospel Choir of the Year competition a few years ago, and that was insane. It was on TV and you can search for those videos and search for G Choir by typing in G Choir into YouTube and you'll find us all there. So today really I wanted to talk about lockdown moods. I think this time round there seems to be, and this week actually, there seems to be quite a few people on my news feeds that are feeling the pressure a little bit of this particular lockdown. I think when you are constantly told one thing and then you can visibly see something different happening, it causes a weird anxiety, and coupled with the fact that you are sort of bombarded with socials, with bad news, with sort of daily death rates and things like that, all sort of contributes to the anxiety. I've seen a lot of people who I wouldn't say have had mental illness, mental health issues, or just problems in general that are normally sort of happy and upbeat people, have been upset and frustrated and have been really feeling it this time round. I don't think that must be sort of forgotten the word, but it must be as a result of the lockdown, because I've never sort of seen those particular people sad or unhappy. It's just that we're all in this situation that none of us can do anything about, and we seem to be sort of ruled by people who are not sure they know what they're doing, and that translates out, doesn't it? It's sort of when you're not sure, when the guy at the top looks as if he isn't sure, it filters down. Did you see me jump then? It's because somebody just put something through the door and I wasn't expecting it this late, and yeah, freaked me out. Good. So as a person with sort of a history of bad mental health, my story is sort of all over the place and I'm not going to go into it now. It's a long story. I know what it's like to deal with the mental health services that are available at the moment, and I've had lots of friends and lots of family sort of go through the mental health service as well. And I've got sort of quite good at managing my own mental health in my own way, because a lot of the time there is very long waiting lists, and it can take a really long time to get from realising that there is an issue to actually seeing somebody that could help. So I think there's sort of a lot of things that I felt helped me, and I think sometimes people with mental health, if you've never experienced them before, there is a lot you can do at home to help sort of yourself while you're waiting for other people to get involved. I think because a lot of people are experiencing sort of horrible mental health or days of sort of bad days, it can be sort of a bit frightening for somebody who's not experienced it before, where I'm a bit of a lifer and I think, oh yeah, I know what that is, but if you've not experienced it before, it can be quite frightening, I think. So for me, I think sometimes in the past, I've tried to run away from sort of feelings that I didn't like or that I didn't want to stay with or to stay with me. And I think sometimes that's like the worst thing you can do. I think it's good to be able to realise that you're having those feelings and sort of identify them. And because the thing is, at the moment, everybody is experiencing bad days. Everybody is can't think of the word. With the current situation, people that aren't experiencing sort of bad days, I think, are going to be in the minority, because this is a horrible thing that we're all living through. It's more of a collective trauma. So the things that I sort of do, sometimes I listen to music. I listen to music a lot. Sometimes I listen to music that helps to relieve the mood. So I listen to sort of fun stuff, like disco tunes or funky stuff. But sometimes I listen to stuff that matches the mood that I'm in. And I think sometimes that's very comforting to know that someone else has experienced those feelings and those thoughts before you. Especially if the music is older and you think, God, all the technology we have, all the leaps forward we think we've made, but there's somebody sort of 70 odd years ago or sort of 50 years ago experiencing the same thing I have. It must be a human thing rather than just a me thing, I think. I'm not so weird, it must be something that other people sort of experience. Another thing that I do is that I'm creative and I write it down, and I write it down however it wants to be written. With lyrics and poems that I write, I push myself to be honest and to actually say exactly what I feel rather than what I think people want to hear me saying. If it's rubbish, I nearly swore. If it's rubbish, it's rubbish, and there's not a lot you can do about it apart from observe it and go, yeah, that is rubbish. That's fine. And sort of, it helps me to order things. It helps me to clear my mind, and it helps me to gain some perspective, because then I can read it back and go, oh yeah, maybe that wasn't as as dramatic as my feelings or emotions sort of made it feel. Maybe. What else do I do? I've started, and I haven't done this a lot, I have to say, just a dance class, which is odd, I know, but it's a little bit of something different. It's a little bit of I have to concentrate on movements rather than what my head's doing or what my emotions, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I have to concentrate on something external. It's a bit of a distraction, which sort of does help in some circumstances. That's all I can think of at the minute, but there must be more than that I sort of do, that I there are lots of organisations and lots of phone numbers, and I think even the Samaritans have an email service that you can get in touch with to talk sort of anonymously about what it is that you're experiencing at the minute. And there are lots and lots and lots of websites and helplines and Facebook groups for people with essentially going through the same things that you are. They are there and they are helpful. I'm in quite a few different ones and have met some gorgeous people through them. So I think having a support network, even though we're sort of not all together all the time, is really helpful, and that's the thing that I would sort of leave you with, I think, with this, is that there is support out there. There can be sort of support networks out there, even if the immediate sort of the people around you aren't as helpful as you need them to be. So yeah, if this video helped, that's great. If you need more support, then there is help out there. Like I said, the Samaritans do a great email service. Mind, I think there's helplines, and if I can, I'll find some numbers and things and I'll sort of post them on my Instagrams and stuff, so they're sort of easily accessible through me. When this video goes out anyway, there'll be some in my stories or sort of a little post on the grid, because I think that's important at the minute. So yeah, that's all for today. If you'd like to know more about me, I do Facebook, I do Instagram, I do tweet sometimes but not regularly, and I'm not very good at it. So inboxes are always open for chats. Yeah, like I say, if anything's helped, then that's great, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, hopefully we can all get the support that we need, because I think reaching out to each other is the most important thing at the minute. Much love, and I will see you next week. Bye!